Hey guys, Bree here. So we're going to make a couple of little gifts. I'm gonna start by practicing where, like for my sister. She is in volleyball. So I'm gonna make her two little bags. Well, I'm gonna make her a bag and I'm gonna make her a keychain like for her backpack. I think these would be cute little gifts or even teen gifts. So let's go ahead and get started. So you guys hit the heart button whenever you do pop on, so that way I know that you're here or catching the replay. And then I do have a keyword, and it is sports. Feel free to comment that, and I will send you over the link where you can find all the sports designs. And this particular cutout, this one is called Junior Volleyball. Okay, so if you do want the volleyball one, there is one for that. Okay. So it says junior volleyball, but I think it's going to also fit the basketball one. Not sure, I'll have to look. I have like a whole bag or a case of all the shapes that come with it. So I'll show you guys what that looks like as well. So we're going to, we're gonna paint these. Okay, we're gonna paint these two numbers. And I wanted it to be a little bit more 3D. So I'm gonna put these on the volleyball itself, but I wanna go ahead and paint them first. Now her color is like a forest green, and I don't have a forest green, so I'm gonna attempt to mix the two of these together to make a little deeper green. Let me see. Maybe. Let me see if I have another. I might need another green because this green is not, that's not water. Let's get some water. I've got a little bit of meadow here. I'm gonna attempt to use it, but I'm gonna water it down just a little bit. I should be okay. I'm gonna water it down just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add in a little bit of pesto and see if maybe we can come out with a closer green to her school color. Okay, let's see. Let me get this pulled up so I can see you guys if you're popping on. Hello. Hey everybody. Tanya, stars. Stars are kind of like a way for you just to support whoever it is you're watching or doing the lives. They're appreciated. They're not required, but see it like a tip, if you will. That's kind of how I see it. So if you learn something, new, or you learn something that you can apply, I think it's always nice. And it helps us keep doing these kind of tutorials, right? Helps us pay for supplies and things like that too. But my stars do a little bit of both. If Riley is working with me, I'll usually give the stars to her. But I'll also do stars for Watts of Love, and I donate those. Okay, so this actually is looking pretty good. This is actually pretty close to, I feel like this is pretty close to her color. It's darker than the meadow, but it is lighter than the, what is this called? Pesto, okay? You could put black into it. Honestly, I would probably put maybe brown, not black, just because I think that would be really dark. But this looks fairly close. I'm trying to think, maybe I could add a little bit of forest if I have any. I don't think I have much of it in here. So forest is a retired color. We don't have this color anymore, but I'm gonna see if I can add a little bit of it in here. To darken this just a little bit. All right. I mean, that helped. That helped a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so I'm gonna paint San Antonio, November. What event will you be at? Yes, I will be in San Antonio at the Christmas showcase. I put it at the top of my page to the link so that way you can get tickets, because I think they do have tickets for it. You can also do the VIP night, which I'd recommend doing that because then you get more out of that event. But it's at the top of this page, so just go to their website. Okay. Hello. Okay. So we're gonna paint. I'm gonna paint the word volleyball real quick, and then I'm gonna paint the numbers, and then we're gonna go over that with white paste once this is dry. But I wanna go ahead and paint these first so that way they can dry. I'm telling you guys, this baby is definitely active. It's like he wants to paint too. I had to take a nap earlier. Y'all, I was gonna go live, and then I was like, you know what? I just can't keep my eyes open. So we're gonna take a nap instead. So that's what I did. We are due in January, first week of January, like January 7th. All right, so I think this green looks awesome. It looks really, really, really close to what her school green is. I just wanted it to be a little bit darker than that original meadow, but this is perfect. It looks like a hunter green. That's the color, not forest green. Okay. So you can tell the difference, right? And all I did was add pesto. I did add a little bit of forest, so you can do that too. All right, so I've painted those. We're good there. Now I'm gonna let me move these colors out of the way. So you guys, this is pretty cool. These just came out not too long ago. Oh, and if you're watching or you're catching the replay, I know that I posted and tagged you guys in the VIP group about the free border transfer. Y'all, it sold out this morning. Like, they thought that it was gonna be enough, or they thought they had enough, but I guess everybody woke up and decided they wanted that border transfer, and they ordered. So it sold out. So just a heads up, if you do order, you won't, like from here on out, that border transfer will not be in your package. But there's still tons of other great deals like these. So there's 4 sports transfers, okay? And we have a special on the website that's like buy 3, get 1 free. So you could save 27 bucks if you get all 4. Now, let me show you a little bit. So this one's got the volleyball, basketball, football. This one has more of like skiing, ice skating, hockey, so the colder sports. This one is pretty cool. I like this one. It's got the baseball glove, football, soccer, and a shoe on it. And then this one I love as well. Okay, so we're actually gonna use this one and the first one. So I'm gonna make her a little bag, and then I'm also going to make her a little keychain. Now, there are not cut aparts on this, but you can still kind of just cut out your own, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make my own make my own little thing here. And we're just gonna cut across. And I'm just using an X-Acto knife. Okay. Perfect. It worked. It worked. So we're gonna do the volleyball part first. And I do have a cutout for it, so you can get the cutout as well. This is the junior volleyball, I think is what it said. Okay. So I'm gonna put that on there. We're gonna do this in black. Okay, and we're just gonna go over it. Remember, the paste is it's chalk, but in a paste form. So if we mess up, we can definitely redo it on this surface, because the surface actually is a chalk chip. Now, if you wanted to seal it, which is probably what I would recommend doing, since it's going to be like a keychain and it might get bumped and hit and scratched, I would probably go ahead and seal it. And I've got a couple of sealers. I have one here in the room I can show you guys. The one that I'll probably test out on this one. Okay. Let me wipe that off so we can reuse this in a little bit. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. I'm gonna set that in here and spray it, so that way I can clean it front and back real quick. Okay, set that aside to dry. Or I can go ahead and put it back on here. And I'm just gonna dry off. Okay. So on this chip, there are a couple of spots here on the side. So these are like those patent designs. It has the numbers off to the side of it. So that way you can make those designs. If you haven't seen what those look like, you can always like Google patent designs. They're super cute. I think they look great all in one color, right? Okay. I got paste everywhere. I'm making a mess. All right, let me clean that up real quick. Because I got it everywhere. I got it on top of the other one too. Okay. But I shouldn't need this color anymore, so I'm gonna put it off to the side. Because I think that's all that I'm using it for, was just to do these little parts right here. Okay, and then next we need the letters and the numbers. So I think I'm gonna do those in white. Wax. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of wax in these numbers. It's probably too much. Just to help with the transfer, not pulling the peen off. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. I keep messing with it because I'm not used to my hair being like all the way up here and then it kind of gets in my face. But I'm trying. I always just have it up and in a bun, so, or down. but it's really hot today. All right, so let's do the word volleyball. Okay, and then we'll have these available on the cutout site. I would say probably next week. So if you do order on the website today, you should get these in by the end of next week. But hopefully over the weekend we'll have everything else uploaded. Just because, like I said, we're in the middle of clearing out the other house still. So we definitely have to get that stuff done first. And then we can upload and work on orders. Okay. All right, so I got the O. You can cut these apart too, the numbers. Right, I'm trying just to leave them there. So let's do this in white. Ugh. How hot long hair. Oh yeah, how hot it can get whenever you wear it down. It is crazy. I did wax. Yes, I did wax the little pieces. So we're making a volleyball keychain, and then we're gonna make a little bag as well. So I'm doing her school colors, which is like a forest, what did I say? Hunter green and white. And I'm going to use the multi-tool because these numbers are a little small. Okay. There's that one. And that one. I can go ahead and spray this. Let me do the volleyball one and then I can clean them all at the same time. I think I accidentally cut a little bit too much off of the volleyball one. I didn't cut the words itself, but it's very close. So I just have to be careful when I get to the V that I don't accidentally color outside of the transfer. So I'm gonna lightly pull this up. Okay, everything looks good. Such a tiny transfer. Okay, let's put that up. And let me clean these two off. And then I'm gonna do a little hole punch on them. I'm also going to glue it down. It has adhesive on the back of it, but I'm also going to apply like a permanent adhesive as well, just because sometimes I find that adhesive doesn't like to stick to the chalkboard surfaces sometimes. Like I feel like it comes off. Well, mainly that's glue, so maybe it'll be okay. But I'm gonna add the glue anyway, just to be on the safe side, because I would hate for her numbers to fall off, right? I would hate for her numbers to fall off and like it was a gift, something like that. All right, so that's what we used from that one. This is dry, and let's see, how do I want to put this? maybe like that, or do I want it this way? Or this way? I have to check all the ways first, okay? I think I like this way the best. Okay. And then I'm gonna put the hole up here at the top. So I'm gonna pull off, I do have adhesive on the back of this already. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of this adhesive as well. And that's gonna kind of help it hold it in place while the other adhesive dries, right? The sticky adhesive will help hold it in place while the permanent one dries. Okay. Oh, I know. So my sister plays for school team and she plays for club team. Well, school team volleyball is pretty much done. They're in the playoffs, which they play next week. So I don't know if they'll want like these keychains still, since we just came out with this transfer. But her club volleyball will be starting here pretty soon. So at least I have them in time for that, so that way I can make her whole team some of this stuff, right? All right, so I'm gonna push that down. Again, the sticky adhesive should be able to hold it in place until the permanent adhesive dries. But check it out. I think this is gonna be cute, like little magnets for their lockers, like inside their lockers or in their locker room. Wood cutouts, we sell them, but I don't have these available just yet because this transfer is very new. But we will have all of them up and available. This cutout in particular, the white one on the bottom, that is actually a chalk shape, and we have a ton of chalk shapes, which I'll show you guys, all the ones that are available. Okay. And this is called a power punch tool. It can punch through 1/8 of an inch wood. It's absolutely amazing. It's on my website as well. My website you can find if you type in, comment the word sports, or if you click that button down below. Okay, all right. So that part is done. I could do maybe just some regular twine for now. And then I can get her a cuter ribbon, like a darker ribbon. I don't have any other scissors, so I'm gonna have to use those. You could even string a few beads on here if you wanted, like a few beads and then tie it. I think that would be cute too. Oh, that's not what I was doing. I'm putting the keychain on. I don't know why I was putting ribbon. Okay. Let's see. They'll love them. Oh, I know, right? I think they're cute. Love them. My daughter plays school and club volleyball, so I'll watch out for the wood cutouts. Yes, for sure. And Valerie, if I don't have them up on the website by the time you order this transfer that goes with it, let me know and we'll just we'll like get it in the system before it's even on the website. Okay? Do they have cheerleading on the transfer? Ooh, I don't know. I didn't see cheerleading. I don't think I saw cheerleading. No, because they didn't. They didn't have, no, I don't see any words for cheerleading. I think that one probably would have been a little hard. I'm not sure what they would have put down, like pom-poms maybe, in order for them to do that. All right. So we're gonna do, again, I'm just doing the keychain. Let me see how close together. All right. I want to put one more little O-ring in here in the back side, and then I'll put this on. Let's close that up. Okay, and then I'm gonna open the top up here. Now, whenever you open your little, when you open your little pieces, make sure that you're opening them sideways and not pulling them apart. I don't know if that makes sense, but if I'm holding it like this, okay, if I'm holding it like that, I want to pull them like one forward, one back. Hold on, I can't do it that far away. I cannot hold the little ones with my left hand. Okay. You want to pull it like that, right? One up, one down. And then you just push them back. Stay in place. All right, and you can buy a pack of these on Amazon. I'll put them up on my Amazon link so they're up at the top, where I got these and also where I got the little like keychain pieces. But look how cute, right? I think that's cute. And then let's make her a bag. So I'm gonna do the bag in her school colors as well. Maybe, let's see, I need this one. They even have oh, well, hold on. They even have like the jersey numbers, so we could do the jersey with these numbers, which I think is what I'm gonna do. Like the one off the ceiling fan. All right, let's cut this apart. Again, this one does not have, it doesn't have all the little things that you need, like the lines. Okay, so just a heads up, there are no lines. So you can cut them apart, or you can still do it this way. Okay. Make sure I cut all the way through. Or from line to line, I did not. There we go. Okay, so I thought this would be cute if we did like a little jersey. Okay, I have an ink mat inside of here. Let's put the little jersey on. Okay, so we are going to have to make the color again. So I'm going to use Meadow and Pesto for ink. But I am going to need to put it into something else. Let's get just a piece of plastic. I have so much plastic in here. Let me cut a piece of it off. Oh, you know what? Here. It's a UPS label. We just use what we have. All right, so we're gonna attempt to make her color again, but this time we're gonna do it in ink. So let's see if we can make something close. Because I don't have forest in ink. If I did it that way, I would go through the back. I would just use the chain like the one on of a ceiling fan. Okay. So we're gonna go with Meadow first, and then let's add on some pesto. So I'm gonna put pesto off to the side a little bit here, and then I'm gonna bring it in to mix with the Meadow. So that way I'm not mixing too much of it at one time. And on this one, I might have to add in a little bit of bark or a little bit of black just to make it, get it to the color we need it to be. But we'll see. We'll start with this. And yeah, I think it needs to be a little bit darker. So let's try. Here is black. We can try and see if this is gonna look okay. I need another one of these real quick. What is today? Is today Wednesday? Or is it Thursday? All right, so I have a little bit of black here. We really don't use a lot of it. I think it's Thursday. All right, we still need it to be a darker green. Let me get a teal, maybe. Let's see. I might try and add a little bit more black, but I'm just worried it's gonna turn a color we don't want it to be. Okay, it is Thursday. All right, so I think that's enough on the dark. I might just have to add some more of the bright green. Let's try and add this back in. guys, it's not quite there. I still think it needs to be a little brighter. I think I put too much pesto. It's like I need it to be a little bit more on the blue side. Y'all, I'm just trying. I'm trying. I think that might brighten it up a little bit. That didn't look terrible. Okay, that actually helps. A little bit. All right, so I guess we're just gonna go with that. It's close, it's not exact, but I mean, it's close enough. I think we'll be okay. So let's put this on. I actually wanted to paint in the jersey, so I'm hoping that I have enough ink here in this color to be able to do that. We'll see. All right, so, I got it on the outside. I'm gonna pull that up for now. Okay, I'm gonna spray this and clean it because I'm gonna go back over it with white or black, probably white. So let me clean that off real quick. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Okay. So now I need a paintbrush. Yeah, it does look a lot brighter than the keychain, but it's because I didn't have forest, and that forest green is a really deep, darker green, and I don't have that in ink, so we kind of had to wing it. We had to wing it a little bit. Add a little bit more water on here. Should help us keep it a little bit longer. I'm gonna kind of spray that as well. Helps us spread out that ink. And honestly, the entire jersey can get painted because we're gonna go back in and over it with another color for those lines. So this green is just kind of a reference of where we need to paint within. Okay. So again, we're just gonna paint in all of it. We're not really gonna worry about where the lines were, except just staying inside of the lines the best we can. So I'm gonna go around the edges real quick. Just kind of like that and pull in. And this side. Spraying with the water just helps us spread out the ink. Okay, we're almost done. I might have to just grab a little bit of that green. Okay. And the bottom. Let's fill that in. Ta-da! All right, we were able to make almost the whole thing with it. I did have to add a little bit of meadow at the end, but I think it blended in pretty well, so I think we're okay. Okay. Just gonna fill in a few spots up here. All right. Looks good. Okay. So that hard part is over. Making the color and painting it. Even if they did, forest is a retired color, so it's not even available anymore. So, but yeah, I wish they did have more ink. But the ink is not made in-house. Paste is made in-house, so I do know they can control the colors more with it being in-house. So, all right, let's see. We're gonna use white next, but we're gonna go ahead and heat set this, okay? So this is gonna be all wet on the inside. Just a heads up, it will be all wet because we just painted with it and we added water. So I'm just gonna quickly hit it with a dryer. I'm gonna add parchment paper inside to help it not go through the back. And we're gonna heat set this. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna grab these things. All right, so I'm gonna take this out. Again, you could just let this sit. Let it sit for like 30 minutes, probably an hour for this amount of paint to dry. But I'm gonna set it on there and we're gonna go ahead and heat set it because, well, I'm gonna try and speed it up for you guys. So I have my heat press. It's gonna go to 250. This mat is a 9x9. Yeah, this one is a 9x9. And we're gonna wanna heat set in between layers because you don't want your colors to mix. So I wanna heat set the green first. That way it's set, it's dry, and then we're gonna do the white on top, so that way the white doesn't turn into like a light green. I'm just gonna dry it a little bit more around the edges mainly. And these bags are in my Amazon shop as well if you need them. Okay, so we're gonna do parchment paper. All right, we are at, I have it at 275 actually. And we're gonna go about 30 seconds. And then we'll pick up and we'll see and hope that not a lot of it came up. Because like I said, it is still wet. So you really want it to be dry before you heat set it. But like I said, when I'm doing the tutorials online, I try and make it a little bit faster. But I would just set it aside, let it dry, and then do another project and come back to it. All right, it didn't come up too much. We're okay. See, it did come up a little bit, but we should be all right. Let's let that dry out just a bit. See all of that ink that came from the inside of it? So I have another clean ink mat. I'm gonna put that one in since my other one is a bit dirty. Okay, but to clean it off, I'm just gonna spray this with water because it is still wet ink. I'm just gonna spray it with water and I'm gonna wipe off that ink. Okay, while it's wet, it helps if you dry it or like wipe it off. That will definitely help keep it sticky a little bit longer until you really have to clean your ink mat with like the Awesome Spray or even Dawn dish soap. Which again, I have tutorials in my VIP group on how to clean the ink mat, but I will do one on here coming up pretty soon. I'm hoping I can get that one done next week. All right, next up, we are going to put, we're gonna put this back on. Okay, so this is the jersey. Oh, and it did shrink a little bit, so I probably should have done it a little bit bigger. I forget about that part. The heating part. I wonder. If I can just scoot it up a little bit. It's not gonna get all of it. Usually I go out a little bit further around it, but I totally forgot. And then it shrinks because of the heat. Let's see. I'm wondering if I could just add a little bit more ink around the edges. I might just have to hand draw it in. So I might have to do that. If so, no big deal. Let's just continue. Because it does need to be a little bit bigger, but I ran out of that color. So I'm like, darn. Oh, Sonia, why are you so smart? Sonia says, why don't you do one side and then move it over? Because you know what? I didn't think about that. Okay. Let's start up at the top. I'm gonna have to use the multi-tool. So smart, so smart. All right, so we're gonna have to move this quite a bit. So we're just gonna kind of wing it here. So I'm gonna go halfway through the shoulder and then do the neck. Okay, so that way the center is done. And then I'm gonna pull that out. And we're gonna scoot it over just a little bit. Enough for us to get down the arm. And down part of the side of the shirt. Okay. Look at you, Sonia. So smart. Okay, let's do this side. All right. Get that part down. And partially down the side. Okay, and then now I'm just gonna have to scoot the bottom up. Okay. And finish out part of the bottom, and then I'm gonna have to move it one more time. To line up this part. Awesome. Okay. Good thinking, Sonia. Now we got that done. We could have drawn it in by hand, which is what I was going to do. But whenever you do it, I would recommend going outside just a little bit. It's gonna be okay if it's outside of the lines, it'll still look okay. But I do recommend going outside if you already color it in. All right. So that part is done. Now we're gonna go in and put volleyball. And let me cut out her 2 numbers. All right, I think, oops, lips. All right, I think the 7 is good. I just need to fix the 0. It just looks funny because they're off, but I'm hoping they're close enough. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up. So we're gonna set that down, pull our ink across. And pull off any excess you have. Okay. Probably should have used a mini squeegee instead of the multi-tool on the O, but it's fine. It's what I had in my hand, so that's what I used. All right. Definitely would be nice if you had the color, like the exact colors already made. But when you're having to make your own color, I think that's definitely going to be a little bit more difficult. But we got as close to it as we could. Again, I think the paste color was a lot closer to her actual school colors than the ink was, but you know, we did what we could. But if you have easier colors like red, white, and blue, or bright orange, or burnt orange, you know, you're gonna have an easier time doing it. All right, so I'm gonna wash those off real quick. And then we're gonna heat set this one, and both of these will be done. Right? Okay. So let's put this back on. The paper. And our numbers. That way everything is all cleaned up and ready to store away. All right, so that is all done and put together. Hello. Okay, you guys, hit the heart button for me if you guys have been watching. Hit the heart button, please. And feel free, comment the keyword sports, and I will get you the info on where you can get all of the sport items, the new sport items that we got in. And then I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the sports cutouts. You can find them as well on my website under what's new, but I'll show you as well so you kind of have an idea of what other pieces we have, okay? So we're just gonna hit this with the dryer real quick, and I'm gonna show you. While I'm drying, I could show you the rest of them. Okay, so they have the ice skate. I think these are the skis, snowboard, football helmet. I think this is the hockey helmet. Hockey or lacrosse. I'm not sure. We have the jersey, so that's what we just did. You have the Nike or like the sneaker. You have the football. Oh, I think that other one was lacrosse because I think this is the hockey one. And you have the golf, right? And then you have the little circle for the volleyball. It also fits the basketball. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and heat set this. The baseball glove. Oh, was that the baseball glove? Oh, maybe it was the baseball glove. You're right. I could have sworn there was a helmet. I thought there was that cut out. But I don't see it in here, so maybe we don't have that one. Alrighty. How cute. All right, so it's completely dry. It is good to go. But check out how cute that is. And if she wanted to, she could probably, well, I don't know, she's got a big foot, but I was gonna say she could put her change of shoes, like her volleyball shoes inside of it. I think that would have been super cute. But even this little keychain, like I said, for her backpack, I think that's super cute too. But I hope you guys liked it. I know she's got a big foot. So I don't know if her shoes will fit in here, but you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think my shoes would fit in there. It might, you never know. But even if she wanted to put like her change of clothes or her shirts or whatever in it, I think it'd be cute. So, all right, you guys. Well, thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me get a nap so I didn't have to go live earlier. But tomorrow is Friday. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow's Friday already. Okay, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. Y'all, I need to do this birdhouse, but I was looking for my spackle and I found it. But we're gonna make a gingerbread house out of the birdhouse. Well, we're gonna attempt to. It might be a disaster, but we'll find out tomorrow, right? But here's the birdhouse kit. So if you don't have the birdhouse kit, make sure you grab one. If you buy it, you actually get a free transfer right now. You get to choose between, I think I have 2 of them available here. So you get this transfer with the birdhouse, right? And then you get to choose between a couple of other transfers. Maybe I put them up here. Oh, here. So you could get this border transfer, the Nordic borders. You could do frosted scent of pine, or you could do the tiered tray set. The Christmas tiered tray set has like December 25th on it, something else on it. So you get to choose one of those. Oh yeah, craft night tomorrow night. That's right. See? I knew I was forgetting something. I have it in my in my calendar. But I'm kind of lost without my calendar. But yeah, we have craft night tomorrow night. So tomorrow morning, if I'm able to jump on super early, I might. If not, I might just go on live after or before craft night. Okay, to do. Well, that birdhouse might be a 2-part. So we'll see. Okay. I know, nap as much as I can now. I know I really need to, right? So, all right, guys, hit the heart button again for me. Comment the word sports, SPORTS, and I will send you the details for the sports package stuff if you want that. But other than that, have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you guys later. Okay, bye, y'all.